Welcome to Bilz TV, your home of all things football. And I'm your host, Chijoke Ochubili, founder, Bilz TV. Okay, today we're going to be talking about, the preview of the English Premier League, that is the EPL, for game week 29. I'm going to be talking about each game, ranging from the Saturday early kickoff to the last game of the game week on Monday nights. That is the Monday night football game between Crystal Palace and Manchester City at Selhurst Park. So let's get right through it. First off, we're going to talk about Liverpool against Brighton at the Amex Stadium. That is Brighton's home stadium. Now, in this game, both teams actually come into the game having lost their previous games. Can you imagine? Having lost their previous games. Liverpool lost their last game against Internazionale Milano in the Champions League, while Brighton lost their last game against Newcastle United in the Premier League last weekend. Now, in this game, we actually expect a close encounter, whereby we've already known that for a while now, Liverpool have not been able to win Brighton. In the last 3 games, Liverpool have not been able to get the best of Brighton. They've drawn 2 to Brighton and they've lost 1 to Brighton, whereby the defeat came at home to Brighton last season. Now, in this game, it's about second against third team. In the last 5 Premier League games, looking at the laptop, Liverpool have won 5 complete games in the Premier League. Why? Brighton, they're in a run of form that is quite disappointing for Graham Potter. Brighton have lost 4 games and won only 1 game. That is quite disappointing for a club like Brighton under Graham Potter. Now, for this game, I actually see it ending, in a Liverpool victory. If you ask me, based on Liverpool actually challenging for the title, but based on the fact that they had a midweek game whereby they lost, in that game we noticed that Liverpool had quite a few players that were feeling a bit leggy. But I expect Liverpool to win this game personally, based on that in a title race with Manchester City to maintain their faint hope. And these are the kind of games you just expect them to win. But based on if it's an early kickoff, it's going to be a bit trickish. But I expect Liverpool to actually come away from this with a victory. It's not going to be a high-scoring victory for the Reds, maybe a 3-1 or a 2-1 victory. I see both teams scoring, but it's likely going to be a Liverpool victory, 3-1, 2-1. Brighton's run of form has really been really bad, and Liverpool's form in the league has really been solid. So I see them winning this match. Likely goal scorers. I don't really have any goal scorer for Brighton. If you ask me, I don't really have. But for Liverpool, my money is on my man Mohamed Salah to score in this game. Previous encounters at the Amex Stadium, Mohamed Salah, last season he didn't score at the Amex, but he assisted Diogo Jota's goal last season. The previous season before that, he scored 2 goals at the Amex Stadium. That was the 2019-2020 season. Now, the 2018-2019 season, Mohamed Salah scored at the Amex Stadium via a penalty. 2017-18 season, that is his first season at Liverpool, he assisted a goal at Brighton. So this is a stadium whereby Mohamed Salah is actually keenly involved in goals. Goal scoring or assisting, he's involved. So my money is on him to get a goal for Liverpool if you are talking about goal scorers. Another person I thought of, okay, maybe he could score. Diogo Jota, he knows how to score in this kind of games. But my money is on Mohamed Salah scoring a Liverpool win. If you ask me, I'm not saying a Liverpool win or draw. This is a Liverpool win. I think they are going to win this match. Now, what Brentford against Burnley, 15th against 18th. The last time these two met, Burnley won 3-1 at Tottenham. Now, in this game, both teams are actually in a relegation dogfight. Brentford are 15th on the log, and with 27 points, they are just 6 points away from the relegation zone. That is a good enough cushion. I expect them to actually try their best to win this game. But on the other hand, Burnley, though they have some games in hand, Burnley on the other hand, I think that, with Sean Dyche, they have a chance of survival. And at the same time, they are actually 18th, not 19th, not 20th. So, and at the same time, Burnley in question, they have 2 games in hand. The sides below them, Brentford and Norwich City, they play 28 games, while Burnley have played 26 games. So they still have 2 games in hand. But they need to look for a way to escape. And we know in Sean Dyche, Burnley have a manager that knows the Premier League very well. He knows how to get the results with his typical 4-4-2 formation. Now, in this game, I actually expect Burnley to do a smash and grab. I expect them to win this game. I think I'm going to put my money on Burnley win or draw. My money is on a Burnley win or draw. If you ask me, I think that Brentford, based on they are not used to the Premier League, they don't have seasoned Premier League players. It might be the undoing, if you ask me, in terms of the relegation dogfights. It might be the undoing. I expect Burnley to collect points in this match. So my verdict, I think it's going to be a Burnley win or draw. Likely goal scorers, I don't really have a specific goal scorer for this game. If you ask me, I don't really have a specific goal scorer, but my final verdict is a Burnley win or draw. Now, the late kickoff. Wow, there's no goal rush actually. There's no real goal rush in this on Saturday that we are used to. Late kickoff, which is a match between Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur at Old Trafford. It's a late kickoff, the evening kickoff actually. 5th against 7th. Now, the previous encounter, Manchester United won at the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium 3-0. Cristiano Ronaldo scored a goal, Edison Cavani scored a goal, Marcus Rashford scored the late goal to seal Nuno Espirito Santos' fate as manager of Tottenham Hotspur. After that game, he was sacked. Now, Manchester United are in a run of, let's look at the log, they're in a run of 1 defeat, 2 draws, 2 wins. While Tottenham, on the other hand, they're in a run of 3 defeats and 3 victories and 2 defeats. But the thing is this, Tottenham Hotspur come into the game after winning 2 previous Premier League games against Everton and Leeds United. Now, if you're going to ask me, like I've already said in the tactical analysis, the tactical preview of this big game, I still stand by it. Tottenham is going to whoop Manchester United's ass, if you ask me. I think they're going to whoop United's ass. If you ask me, I think this match is going to end in a 3-1 victory for Tottenham. I'm that confident about this, that Tottenham are going to win this match. But I expect a response from Manchester United after that poor showing in the Manchester derby against City last week Sunday. So, left for me, I'm going to put it as a Manchester United defeat. I think Tottenham is going to win this match. I think they are going to win this match. Antonio Conte's Spurs are very good when playing away from home, especially against the big sides, because you give them space and room to counter-attack, and you know how devastating they are with their wing-backs. So I think Tottenham are going to win this one. Straight win Tottenham, if you ask me. 3-1, likely scoreline, 2-1, 3-1. One of them, I think both teams are going to score. Likely goal scorer, put your entire money on Harry Kane assisting or scoring the goal. Though I am very sure he's going to score in this match, if you ask me. Harry Kane is definitely going to score, if you ask me. But other goal scorer, Heung-min Son, or Kulusevski, the three forwards for Tottenham have been very good. But 100% Harry Kane is going to score in this match, if you ask me. For Man United, I don't really see anybody other than Cristiano Ronaldo. And I'm not even certain Ronaldo is going to start this match based on, I think Ralf Rangnick is going to have his eye on the Champions League game against Atletico Madrid in midweek. I don't see any goal scorer for Man United. I'm just being honest. They're that bad, if you ask me, in front of goal. So my money is on Tottenham Hotspur victory. Harry Kane likely goal scorer in this match. Now, we're going to talk about the Sunday fixtures. And the first game of the Sunday fixtures is Chelsea against Newcastle United. Okay, Chelsea, Third on the log, Newcastle 14th on the log. Newcastle have been on a very, very, very solid run of form. Now, Newcastle, they stand 14th on the log, but they've not lost a single game in the EPL. That is their last 5 games in the EPL. They've not lost a single game. 4 victories, 1 defeat, and 1 draw. And the thing with this is Newcastle have been on a run of 3 straight victories in the Premier League, which is very, very commendable, considering the fact that last year, before the new year, Newcastle were languishing in the relegation zone. But now look at where they are, 14th on the log, and 14th to 18th. The points difference is complete 10 points. That is really, really good. They just need like 9 more points to be certain of their Premier League status, because 40 points is the magical points that you need. This is the magic number you need to survive in the Premier League in terms of history. As we know in the Premier League history, that you just need 40 points to guarantee safety. Now, in this game against Chelsea come into this game in a cloud above them, whereby Abramovich is involved in some, the war involving Ukraine and Russia. He's having some issues with them. That is outside football issues with them. Assets have been frozen, and unfortunately, that is his UK assets have been frozen, and unfortunately, Chelsea falls under that predicament. And so the club is having a lot of issues right now. Sponsors are suspended their sponsorship for a while till everything is rectified. Club is up for sale, and so a lot of issues are happening at the club. But in Thomas Tuchel, I expect the players to actually maintain their form and do what? Get a victory in this match. I think Chelsea is going to win this because they'll be on a run of form of 4 straight victories in the Premier League with just 1 draw. I think they're going to win this match. Though Newcastle is the form side, but they're in a run of form currently. But I think that Chelsea is going to have too much for Newcastle. I think Chelsea is going to win this by, say 2-1 or 2-0. 2-1, 2-0. I think that because I think that they have a lot against Newcastle that Newcastle might not survive. So I see this as a Chelsea win. Chelsea straight win, if you ask me. Stamford Bridge will be bubbling with support for Roman Abramovich, so the stadium is going to be full and everything. So I think this is going to be a confirmed Chelsea win. 2-1, 2-0. Likely goal scorers. I didn't put anybody per se, but if you ask me the likely goal scorer in this match, based on the run of form, I think Kai Havertz is going to score if he starts. Kai Havertz will likely score in this game. Kai Havertz will most likely score in this game if you ask me. So, final verdict, Chelsea straight win if you ask me. Chelsea straight win. Slender victory. Now, Everton against Wolves. Everton against Wolverhampton Wanderers. So, Everton as a club, they find themselves in a relegation dogfight yet again. And the relegation dogfight, they are 1 point above Burnley. And the unfortunate thing is this: both teams actually have games in hand. Everton, they played 25 games. Burnley, they played 26 games. So, Everton actually has 3 games in hand compared to Burnley, who has 2 games in hand. Everton's form really disgraceful. Even with the new coach Frank Lampard coming in, Everton's form has been really, really poor. 4 defeats, 1 victory. Now, if you compare that to Wolverhampton Wanderers, 3 defeats and 2 victories. Wolves find themselves 8th on the log. They were actually chasing a Europa League spot, but with the way that they've been losing of late, chances of getting a Europa League spot, that is the 6th position that West Ham occupy, is still there. Wolverhampton, they have 43 points, West Ham have 45, so it's still there, but they need to start winning games to actually stand a serious chance of actually finding themselves in the Europa League next season. Now, for this game, the last time these 2 sides met, Wolverhampton won 2-1 at home. But now in Goodison Park, I actually see this game. I see this game being anybody's game. Anybody can win. 1-2. If you are in prediction, it's a 1-2 game. Everton can win. Wolves can win. Both sides are very unpredictable. Everton, they need their home support badly. And with Calvert-Lewin now fit, I think now they have the points man to actually lead the attack. Wolverhampton, on the other hand, they had a very convincing victory in midweek against Watford, whereby they whooped the Hornets 4-0. So, if you ask me, I think it's anybody's game. Anybody can win this. If you are a punter that deals with betting, my money is on Everton or Wolverhampton winning. I don't see this game ending in a draw, if you ask me. Likely goal scorer, put your money on Jimenez. Yes, put your money on Jimenez. I'm that confident with Raul Jimenez that in this game he's going to score. Put your money on Jimenez. Anybody to win over 1.5. Over 1.5, I'm certain of that. Over 1.5 in this game. So final verdict, anybody to win, Everton or Wolves winning. Likely goal scorer, Jimenez, over 1.5. Leeds against Norwich City. Leeds against Norwich City, 16th against 20th. Now, in this game, Leeds United actually have a they have an excellent chance to actually find themselves some breathing space against the relegation zone. Leeds are 16th on the log, and let's just not be a bit, kind on them. They've lost their 5 Premier League games. Even with new manager Jesse Marsh coming in to replace Marcelo Bielsa, they have 23 points on the log, 2 points above the relegation zone. But the unfortunate thing with this is they don't have any games in hand. Burnley, that is 18th, have 2 games in hand. So Burnley can still move above them. They find themselves against the bottom sides of the log, Norwich. Norwich, like Leeds, they've lost their 5 previous games in the league. In this game, when the 2 sides previously met, Leeds won 2-1. I expect Leeds to win this game under Jesse Marsh. I think it's going to be a Leeds victory. Straight win Leeds, if you ask me. Straight win Leeds. I think they have too much for Norwich that looks certain to be going back to the championship. If you ask me, they're going back to the championship. I think Leeds are going to win this game. They're going to win this game. Scoreline, maybe a 2-0 victory. I don't see Norwich scoring in this game. If you ask me, I don't see them scoring in this game. I think it's going to be a 2-0 victory, a 3-0 victory for Leeds United. Likely goal scorer. Rafinha. I think Rafinha is going to score in this match. So, final verdict, Leeds United victory. Not win or draw. Leeds United victory. Rafinha to score over 1.5. If you are bold enough, you can say over 2.5. But for me, over 1.5 for Leeds United to win this match. Southampton Watford, 10th against 19th. Southampton won a good run of form. That is, they were getting results such as drawing away to Manchester City at the Etihad, winning at Tottenham Hotspur in London 3-2, and getting a draw against Manchester United at Old Trafford. That is, they won a nice run of form, but of late they lost away to Aston Villa 4-0. Then in midweek they lost at home to Newcastle 2-1. In this game, I expect them to win Watford, if you ask me. But my verdict is going to be a Southampton win or draw. In Roy Hodgson, Watford have a solid relegation dogfight manager. He has actually escaped relegation with West Brom, Fulham. West Brom and Fulham. He has escaped relegation with those sides. Even Crystal Palace, he has escaped relegation with Crystal Palace. So they have a manager who knows how to get results in the relegation battle. And with us being in game week 29, we have approximately 11 games to go. So Watford need to start making their points. They need to start getting their points in the bag. In this game, however, I think Southampton is going to win. So he's going to win this match. I give it a Southampton win or draw. And for likely goal scorers, put your money on Ward-Prowse to score. Yeah, put your money on Ward-Prowse to score. James Ward-Prowse. I think he's going to score in this game. Final verdict, Southampton win or draw over 1.5. James Ward-Prowse likely goal scorer. West Ham against Aston Villa. West Ham against Aston Villa, 6th against 9th. Aston Villa, they still have a chance of making Europa Conference League. If I look at the table actually, Aston Villa still have a chance of making Europa Conference League. They are 9th on the log, but they still have a game in hand actually. They have a game in hand. Amazing. The round of form has been 3 wins and 2 defeats, with the 3 wins coming in the form of 3 straight victories. There are 3 matches they've won them. They have 36 points. Tottenham currently occupy the Europa Conference League spots position in 7th. Tottenham have 45 points. Aston Villa have 36 points. If you actually do it like that, wow. Tottenham see, oh, damn. They have to get 9. That is, the points gap is actually 9 points. So they still have a faint chance of qualifying for Europe. So they have to, start picking up points. But here's the thing: West Ham are playing at home, and West Ham's run of form of late has actually seen their Champions League hope starting to evaporate slowly. Run of form: 2 victories, 2 draws, 1 defeat. The last defeat was against Liverpool at Anfield. A spirited game whereby they actually gave the hosts a game, but they still lost 1-0. In this game, however, based on West Ham that's in Europa League, they lost marginally to Sevilla in midweek. And Jack Bowen not being available for this game, he has an Achilles injury. I think this game is going to be a tricky one to call. But my money still is on a West Ham victory. A win or draw, actually. A win or draw. But with Jack Bowen not playing, he's injured. West Ham, they don't look that potent like they were. Once a unit of the attacking line is missing, they don't look that potent. In Gerard Bowen, sorry, not Jack Bowen. I'm so used to 24. In Gerard Bowen missing, a unit of the attack is missing, so it's going to be a win or draw. If you ask me, I'm leaning towards a West Ham win or draw. I think it's going to be an over 1.5. Over 1.5. Likely goal scorers. Okay, I didn't put a likely goal scorer in this game, because if Gerard Bowen was playing, he would have been my likely goal scorer. In this game, he always assists or scores. So in this game, I actually see it as a West Ham win or draw over 1.5. Aston Villa against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal find themselves 4th on the log. They're in the Champions League spots. They find themselves 4th on the log. Form guides: 4 victories, 1 draw. Arsenal still have 3 games in hand. That's impressive. And they're still here. And they're still, 4th on the log. 3 games in hand against Manchester United, who is 5th on the log. Manchester United have 28 games played, so they don't have any outstanding fixture again. Arsenal have 3 outstanding fixtures to play. They're in a good run of form, 48 points, 1 point ahead of Manchester United. They play a Leicester side who find themselves, unfortunately, 12th on the log. This was a side last season that was fighting for the Champions League, for Champions League places. But here they are this season, 12th on the log, with 2 victories, 2 defeats, and 1 draw. Brendan Rodgers has been facing a really, really challenging season. The way they left the FA Cup against Nottingham Forest was quite discouraging. They lost 4-1 at the City Ground Stadium. So it was really, really unfortunate. They've not been doing well. So they did okay in the Europa Conference League, winning 2-0 against Rennes of France. For this game, however, I think Arsenal is going to win it. Arsenal are going to have too much for Leicester City. And at the same time, there's that fire in Arsenal's eyes that they want to make that Champions League position. But the thing with this is, Arsenal, we've known them very well that this season they've been grinding and getting results against sides outside the top 6. Though Leicester is not, the certified top 6 side, but they've been pushing for Europe, Champions League football. So in this game, however, I still see that Arsenal, they have that eye of the tiger in them. I think they're going to win. They're going to win Leicester City in this match. I give it as an Arsenal win or draw, just to be on the safe side. Arsenal win or draw. And in this game, I'm going to make the bold prediction of an under 2.5. Under 2.5. Under 2.5 in this game. As far as Jamie Vardy is not going to play in this match, he's out injured. Under 2.5. Likely goal scorer. I put my money on Bukayo Saka to score in this game. Bukayo Saka to score. So final verdict, Arsenal win or draw under 2.5. Bukayo Saka to likely score, if you ask me. Monday night's football. Crystal Palace against Manchester City at Selhurst Park. Now, the last time these two sides met, Manchester City surprisingly lost at home to Crystal Palace. Patrick Vieira and his charges, they found a way to get a 2-0 victory at the Etihad. It shocked the entire EPL that game week. Now, City come into this game with 4 wins and 1 defeat. That 1 defeat being at the Etihad against Tottenham Hotspur. Amazing. Another London side. They lost to a London side. Now, Crystal Palace on the other hand, 2 victories, 2 draws, 1 defeat. Under Patrick Vieira, they've been quite entertaining to watch, considering that under Roy Hodgson, they were more of a pragmatic side that always relied on, the pragmatic style of play, long balls and the rest. But under Vieira, passing football that is sweet to watch and all that. In this game, however, I see Manchester City winning it. Manchester City know fully well that this, with 11 games remaining, this is the running period to the title. So everybody has to be up and doing for the running period. I see Manchester City nicking this one. I think they're going to win maybe by a 1-goal margin scoreline, be it 1-0 or 2-1. I think the game is going to be quite interesting. Manchester City is going to win. Scoreline, 1-0, 2-1. That's how I see it. I don't see above that scoreline. That is 2-1 score. I don't see above 2-1. Even if Manchester City are going to win by more than a 1-goal margin, it's likely going to be by 2-goal margin, be it 2-0 or 3-1. I don't see them going all full throttle on Crystal Palace. So, likely goal scorer, my money is on Raheem Sterling to score in this match. Raheem Sterling to score in this match for Manchester City. If it's for Crystal Palace, okay, with Zaha if he's available. If Zaha will likely score for Palace. Though, I've been looking at Olise a bit. Olise looks very good, but with Zaha. Final verdict, Manchester City victory over 1.5, Raheem Sterling to score in the Monday night football in London. So that is my weekend preview for the EPL with each game. I gave predictions, likely goal scorers, and goal margins and the rest. So thank you for watching. If you made it this far to the video, and if you made this far to the video, please do well to comment, do well to like, do well to subscribe to the channel. At the same time, do well to hit the notification button so that for every video content I place, you'll be able to watch, you'll be able to get notification on it and get the first opportunity to watch it. Now, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Equally, please keep telling people about the channel to allow it to grow. We need more followers. We need more subscribers to make the channel grow. At the same time, we need more subscribers so that we can show the world that Nigerians, we know how to talk about football and the rest. I really love this channel. I really love this project I'm doing. It's really something that is personal to me, and I would love if you could actually share it and invite more people to actually watch the content. The channel is really growing, 56 members. I really expect by this period I will have 56 subscribers. The channel will have 56 subscribers, but it's what it is. I'm really grateful because truly, I'm really satisfied with what I'm doing, and I'm really happy with what I'm doing. striving for improvement, but yeah, thank you very much for watching almost of the channel's content. Once more, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video and other video contents. So, with the weekend coming, with games coming, I want to say thank you for watching the preview show. At the same time, goodbye and enjoy your game week.